All right. Good morning, people. All right, so NFL Sunday is here. We got Prop Kitchen in the building. Can't wait to see what you're cooking up. This show is strictly going to be NFL. At the end of the show, if we got any MLB bets for y'all, we will be happy to share them. So good afternoon, everyone. We're going to try to make this show fast as possible. We know everyone wants to watch the games and gets their bets in. So we're not going to sit here and fool around. We'll do a quick recap on how our days went yesterday. If you're not following Prop Kitchen, go follow this man right now. He drops gems every day, and he does a very good job doing it. They're very creative posts. I see him every day. I love them. So it just shows that you're dedicated to this shit. That's all that means. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
Yeah, man, we had you on here before. You did a great job, bro. You gave us a bunch of winners. Excited to have you back for the first week of NFL, man. We
Oh, we're
got Prop
here.
Kitchen. Prop
Let's go,
Kitchen in the building. I'm excited, man. Excited to hear
man.
what you got. I got a couple props myself. So I'll do a quick recap on my day yesterday, and we'll jump right into it after you do yours. So I did good yesterday. My two main plays, we made over 7 units yesterday in college football. Killed it. We had Army plus the points, Army money line. Then we had Nebraska first half laying the points, and we had Nebraska full game laying the points. Absolutely dominated yesterday's slate. There was a couple teasers that I lost, but they were little money teasers. All of our big money was wrapped up in VIP, obviously, and we did fantastic. Absolutely crushed it yesterday.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome, man. It was really awesome day. How'd you do yesterday for college football?
So yesterday, I went 2 for 3 on just props I posted on X, but I started a premium. What was it, about 2 weeks ago? One thing that now I live in South Carolina, so it's different. Which I see you have the Panthers in the background.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking go.
Are you in the Carolinas?
Lived there for a while. I lived right outside of Charlotte. I kind of lived right on the border of like Lancaster, South Carolina, and North Carolina.
I'm very familiar. So like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
So I
lived I
live
lived
in.
right there, bro. I lived in a town called Monroe, or a city called
Yep,
Monroe.
I know exactly where you're at. I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, you lucky duck.
Well, what I'm not lucky with is that what I'm accessible to sports betting wise is I don't have the
Yes.
DraftKings, I don't have the FanDuel, but I do have Fliff, and Fliff is something I've been learning. And one of the ways I made some money yesterday, and on the week I'm up 7.7 units,
Good shit.
is live betting, you know, under totals scores and under spread, like the spreads. Like I'm learning that aspect of it because I've been strictly prop betting, but there's a lot of money to be made, like, let's just take a game from yesterday. Who played yesterday? Let's just use Nebraska and Colorado as an example. I mean, if you're looking at it, in real time, I'm sure DraftKings, FanDuel, and all of them have this, though, that you can just go under on their total score at any point and just kind of wait for there to be good value with it in the fourth quarter. And I hit like 4 live bets on that yesterday.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it's all going to be legal soon, man. So you'll get the full experience soon enough. It's all going to be legal soon everywhere. So you'll get the full experience soon enough. Um, all right. So we're both coming in today pretty hot, man. So that's good to hear. For
Absolutely.
the Yeah, let the audience know it's pretty good to hear that we're coming in both hot. So let's jump right into it, man. The first game we got on the board today is going to be the Bengals playing the Patriots. This is a 1 o'clock game. Um, so we got the Patriots getting 8 points here. Let me see something. First of all, good morning, everyone. It's going to be hard for me to see the comments. Actually, I'll switch it over now because I'm still working off my phone. As you guys can see, you're probably like, Plug, you got a whole different environment in the back of you. I'm at my sister's house. So that shows y'all how dedicated I am to doing this shit for y'all. I'm at my sister's house for the games. So we're going to kick it off right. But yeah, that's why you guys see the whole different environment in the back. But I did bring my Panthers thing for y'all, just so y'all know. You know what I mean? Gotta let
Let's
y'all know. All right. What do you got?
I
What
got
is
my
that?
Steelers. I guess
Steelers? Okay. Okay. They
one
gonna
of my.
get their ass kicked today, but it's all right.
They probably will. They probably will. But hey, we're here.
All right, so we got the Bengals playing the Patriots, man. We got the Bengals coming in. They're at home here. They're laying 8 in this game. We got the Patriots getting 8. We got a total of 40.5 in this game, y'all. Uh so money line's obviously not an object to me in this one. There's a lot of things I like in this game. I think we lay the points with the Bengals here. I think you can actually rise this up a little bit there, Prop Kitchen. I think we could take the 9.5 in this one. I think they win
Mm,
this game by at least 2 touchdowns. This is the highest spread today, by the way, for good reason though. It's for good reason. This is such a mismatch. Two separate teams that are going to go in two separate directions this year. So I mean, the Patriots offensive line is so bad, bro. And I mean, it just, look, I know Percent is a vet and all. Like, I know he's a vet,
mhm.
but he's going to have no time at all to get rid of the ball. None. He is going to get. If you guys can take Percent as many times to get sacked, I would take. I would take his sacks through the moon. Um, there's a couple guys I really like to get a sack today. In this game, I think you got to look at Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns in this game. I mean, there's just no defensive help here from this side. I mean, sure, sure, Stevens is a great running back, but it's not going to be enough. I don't see how the Patriots are going to score in this game, guys. So I absolutely love the Bengals here. Laying obviously bring this down. If you want to be, if you're worried, I wouldn't just take the 8. I mean, seriously, it's either you're going to bring it down and pay the juice for the 6.5, or you're going to bring this bitch up to a 9.5. All right. This is NFL now. Like, we're not
We're
just going to
here.
take the -110 and lay the 8, because if you're laying the 8, you might as well say, okay, well, they're going to get the touchdown and the field goal. So they're going to cover that 9.5, right? So that's the way I see it. Don't skimp yourself out of value. Take that 9.5 with the Bengals here. And yeah, man, I think Burrow over 1.5 passing touchdowns is a look as well.
Well, you got some good news about 12 minutes ago that Jamar Chase is playing in this game because he's
Ooh.
that was my concern. We started off with this game, and I was kind of waiting for that news. So now, yes, I do agree that that was kind of where I was at with the Bengals. With is Jamar Chase going to play? Is I need to figure out if T Higgins is playing still. But if they're fully healthy, like I don't see at home against a pretty poor Patriots roster. If we're talking sacks, you know I would bet on Trey Hendrickson to get a sack today. If I had to take a player from the Bengals,
Smart man.
he was tied for second last year with 17.5 sacks. We got Jacoby Brissett. I mean, how you got to ask, every single time there's this bridge quarterback plus rookie quarterback situation, you got to ask, how long is it going to be until, they get Drake May involved? How in against the Bengals, you got Joe Burrow, Joey B finally healthy, Jamar Chase. I don't. I'm looking at T Higgins. Do you? Are you?
I like
He's
Higgins.
he's out. He's out for this
Oh, he's
game.
out. I don't see anything on him, bro.
Yeah, I just looked it up. They just announced the actives and inactives.
So he's out. It doesn't matter to me, honestly.
It
I
doesn't.
mean, if he was playing, I would have looked at him, but it doesn't matter to
That
me.
makes you want to sprinkle. I mean, Jamar Chase anytime touchdown. I don't know what the odds are, but I mean,
Here, I'll get it for you right now. So you're getting Chase touchdown. So we are getting a Chase touchdown at a.
and I haven't bet on Jamar Chase just because of this whole contract dispute. But
I'm
yes,
I'm
yes,
building. I'm
we just
actually
said he is going to
building
play.
my. I'm actually building a prop parlay during the show based off of your picks. today. So I forgot to tell you that.
And I have a list of
Awesome.
mostly props because, like I
I
said,
love
that's
it.
still my focus.
So
But
you're getting Jamar Chase at a plus 140 anytime touchdown.
it's not bad
I love
considering.
that price, bro. I was not expecting a
I
plus.
almost
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I got to send this link. I'm still here. You can hear me, but my screen's going to be off. All right, I'm back. I had to send that link. It looks like Cali Wagers is going to join us today.
awesome.
Um, yeah, so he'll come in. He's pretty good with football. Hopefully he'll join here shortly. I'm not sure, but you want to add Jamar Chase for our first touchdown on the touchdown prop?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
He's
right.
active. Let me place it myself though. I'm a man of I try to really if I'm providing something, I got to make sure I'm putting it out myself.
Yeah. Hopefully y'all can't read dotted keys here. And see my oh shit, I put the wrong password in anyway.
Hey, Marcus Lane from the comments. Appreciate you joining today. So Jamar Chase is active in this game, and T Higgins is out. So
T Higgins.
I'm a Clemson guy. So
Hey, I can't tell everyone what you just told me about whatchamacallit getting arrested.
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill got arrested before the game, y'all. He was reckless driving coming to the stadium.
There's a video on check out Adam Schefter. Check out his Twitter.
That is insane. They arrested his ass. Yeah. Yo, that is crazy. All right, so I got $10 that I'm going to use on NFL props today. I put it in here strictly for the show today.
Awesome.
So let's turn this $10 into a few hundred, baby.
I got Jamar Chase anytime touchdown on Fliff at plus 125. Putting
I love it. So that's going to be the first one of the parlay here. I'm going to put that in as our first leg.
and that's an additional prop. I got
Oh
a
yeah,
list.
I got a
I got a list
VIP
of,
prop in this one as well. I got a VIP prop in this game.
I,
All my VIP cards already set out.
yep, so same here.
All right, at least for the early games. All right, so Jamar Chase.
That's my
As
only
soon as I
one
put this in, we'll move to the next.
for this game.
Yeah, that's it for this
'Cause
one. All right. So let's move on to the next game. It looks like the next game we got is oh my bad. All right, we got the Arizona Cardinals. They are taking on the Buffalo Bills here. Let me see what I got for this game. Oh yeah. Okay. All right, so we got
Yeah, I got two in this one.
I got a lot in this game as well. I like this game a lot. So we got I like everything today. Let's just face it, guys. I like everything today.
8 hours commercial free football.
Yes, my bankroll is nowhere near as much as I should, and I did that on purpose because, bro, I would literally empty my account.
Oh yeah,
Like I'm not
oh
doing
yeah.
it. Yeah, this is a bad time of year for me, man. All right, so we got. I mean, it's good, but it's bad because man, I like to bet, man. So we got the Cardinals at a plus 250. We got the Bills at a minus 310 here. Bills are at home laying 6.5. You got the Cardinals getting 6.5 in this game. We got a total of 46. I'm gonna stay away from a side here. You got to give me the over. Just strictly the over. Bills are one of the better offenses in the entire NFL, plain and simple. I don't care who wants to argue it. They are. These guys love to put up big numbers. We see it year after year. They love to put up big numbers against the better teams in the league, right? We see it all the time, man. And honestly, there's some mismatches here that I think the Bills are going to take advantage of. But we can't act like the Cardinals will be we can't act like the Cardinals are this massive defense because the Cardinals defense is terrible, okay? On paper coming into this season, it looks terrible. We don't know how they're actually going to play, but everything I'm referring to is basically what I read on paper, right? So they look bad on paper. The Cardinals have made some big improvements though on offense. that
Oh
I
yeah.
think need to be noted, right? Which I'm talking about. Obviously, Murray comes back. Connor as running back, and then they made Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, Marv.
That's who came over to the Cardinals, and I think he has a great chance to put up points today. I think the Bills have a great chance of putting up points today. I can't see this game going under today, prop. I think we got an over spot here. I think the Bills are going to put up a ton of points today, but I think the Cardinals are going to put up some themselves to get us over this total, man.
Yeah, I agree. You know, like I said, the Cardinals now bring in an offense where, last year Kyler Murray didn't start off the season because he was recovering from injury. Now you give Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Trey McBride, who's, I would say towards the end of the year proved, everyone that he's going to be a top tight end threat this year. And, especially in fantasy football where tight ends aren't, you know, very valuable. A lot of my leagues, I like to do the tight end premium, which gives tight ends an extra point per catch. Sorry, my mouse dropped right here. But when it comes to this game, I have some player props that I really like. Both, I got one from both teams. I'm going to share one of my first props that I posted, and actually the line value from when I posted it to now is actually improved. But I'm going to start off with probably one of my picks of the day is Dalton Kincaid to get over 50.5 reception yards.
Love it.
Here's the deal with you got Stephon Diggs who just left. You got Gabe Davis who also left. That is a lot. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but that's a lot of targets left out. And you get Josh Allen, who's been a top 5 quarterback. He's been the number 1 fantasy quarterback for the last 3 years. He's going to have to throw the ball to somebody. Dalton Kincaid, they invested a first round pick in. What was it, 2 years ago?
I think so, yeah.
Recent, even towards the end of the year with Diggs, with Gabe Davis,
He still got targeted.
he was still getting targeted. And I don't see anyone really threatening him in his production immediately. Like they got what? Khalil Shakir. I do like his potential. And he's a player that, I was trying to target late in fantasy football drafts. And I think in all 3 of the Bills receivers were all kind of drafted around the same time. We're talking about fantasy. I would say I love how you put Chase times Hill anytime touchdown. What a combo that would be. The guy that almost didn't play and the guy that got arrested.
Oh my god.
That's a
I
crazy,
love it.
but that's storyline right there. But
Right?
when it comes to Dalton Kincaid, Josh Allen has to throw the ball to somebody. Arizona doesn't have a good defense. And I think Arizona can put up points in this one. So I think it could end up being, a high scoring game. So I do see the over total points here. But when it comes, I think Dalton Kincaid's the best weapon they have. I think he's gonna be a third down, chain mover. I think Josh Allen's gonna have to lean on him because he doesn't have his guys. But when it came to my first season long prop I posted, I was like one of the first people to post one full write up was, Josh Allen's passing yards on the season because it's still Josh Allen, you know,
Right.
it's Josh Allen. Like, people, I think he's very underappreciated. I'll say, here's the thing with Josh Allen that he is a ride or like they ride with him or they die with him.
Yeah.
And I'll say his biggest flaw, that's also his biggest strength, is that he tries to do a lot himself. But this guy's insane. Like he, you can't. I don't. I don't think anyone can truly say like anything bad about this guy because I'll say from his rookie season, I've been watching him a lot, and I'll never forget. It was against the Jaguars. This guy is a rookie. He was running the ball instead of going out of bounds. Franchise quarterback. You were drafted. Within the top 6 picks. Instead of going out of bounds, this guy hurdles a defender and like trucks another like in the process, and it's like, good lord, like he's built. I don't know what is he like 6'5".
Yeah.
He's
He's a monster, bro.
One thing, one thing. I have a really close friend of mine who's a huge Josh Allen fan. He's he's 6'5", 237. I mean, it's bigger than majority of the linebackers. The tush push with the Eagles, and it was so overpowered. But they started doing that in Buffalo, and it's even more overpowered.
Yeah,
Josh Allen is he's a specimen, man.
he really is.
He's
Uh,
one of my favorite players in the NFL to watch because he's dynamic, and I feel bad that he keeps losing to Patrick Mahomes at the playoffs because he brings it, man.
yeah, he's making a habit of that. He's gonna break that eventually, though. He's got to. He's too good not to, man. He's too good not to. He needs his time as well.
So, are we only doing touchdown bets here?
It's completely up to you, man. I
What
want to
is
hear what you got. I mean,
so
I'm
my
gonna
two
throw a
props?
couple of my thoughts in there as well, but I mean,
So I don't know
I'm
the
building one with
DraftKings
you.
lines. So let's look at Dalton Kincaid receiving yards, and then I'm going to move to my Cardinals pick.
All right. So we're gonna go to Kincaid receiving yards here. All right. We're taking 50 plus
Let's do it.
because they got it at 50 plus is at a minus 110.
I like it.
You could take 40 plus at a minus 195, 60 plus at a 150.
Wow.
All right.
DraftKings, that looks nice, man.
Oh, you got so many, bro. You got so
I
many.
wish. And then I
Yeah,
will
I know.
say on the other side of the ball, we are talking about James Conner. You know,
Mm-hmm.
rush plus receiving yards. I believe I got it at 68 or 67.5. I think he clears 70. James
Oh yeah, I
Conner.
could see that. I could see that. I think he has a huge game, bro.
I mean, who's behind him?
Let me see here.
I think they did draft a guy later on in the draft, but I don't see him as a. Of course, I type in Cardinals depth chart and the baseball team pops up.
I can't find.
Trey Benson, who I believe went to Florida State, and I think he may have went to Alabama his first year, but I could be wrong on that. And they drafted him in the third round, but man, James Conner, especially late in the season, I mean, he really came on. I'm a Steelers fan, as you can see, and he put up some good years in Pittsburgh too. Once Le'Veon Bell had his whole contract dispute and kind of threw his career out the window. But to end the season, let's just look. I wish I could. I'm trying to remember what game Kyler Murray came back for him. But to end the season, against the 49ers, he had 11 for 52. But then against Dallas, he had 14 carries, 98 yards, and touchdown. And I would sprinkle him to get a touchdown too. 23 carries against the Giants for 106 yards, and then 14 carries for 62 yards. And then he got 5 targets in that game as well. So I think that's another aspect of it where he will get involved a little bit in the pass game. He has shown, he had multiple games over 50 yards receiving.
I like it.
I think
I
James Conner has a really good day.
The more I think so too. I think it's a great look. I think you could definitely take his I can't find his rushing and receiving yards. I'm still gonna have to get used to how DraftKings has it this year.
Yeah.
But I do think another bet I want to give real quick is the Bills team total. I do want to take the Bills team total here. I want to give it out at least. I'll feel bad if I don't and they come in here and score, 35 points. So I do want to give you guys the Bills team total. You can get it at a 24 and a half, or you can even take the whatever you want, 27 and a half. It's up to y'all. It's at plus 114 for over 27 and a half. I think they get there, man. So I really do like that one. Hey, Callie, are you in here?
Yeah, happy Sunday.
All right, Callie. Good afternoon, man. Happy NFL Sunday. Um, I'm glad you're in here. You missed the first game, so we went over the what game did we go over? Patriots. Patriots and Bengals. Now we're on the Cardinals and Bills. You got anything for either one of these two?
Yeah, my biggest play of the week was teasing Texas and the Bengals together. So Texas handled business yesterday, and then I've got the
Love it, dude.
Bengals down to 2. So yeah, I the number scares me a little bit, but I still think that this Patriots team is, even on a good day, is pretty pathetic. So not a
Yes.
lot of faith, and obviously Cincinnati coming off what happened last year. I think that they're as motivated on every side of the ball that they can be. All those little details, especially week 1, I think are probably cleaned up. So I expect Cincy to play a pretty good game.
You got to remember, man, the Bengals were a few plays away from winning a Super Bowl.
Yep. They had all off season to think about that. Burrow issues, the Chase issue. Now everything's, at least for the time being, put to the side. They can focus on football today, hopefully. So I think it's a good spot for them.
All right, man. Let's keep it moving. I want to try to be done by at least 12:45, so we are going to have to move a little quicker on these games.
You want to throw James
who?
Conner? What can we get him at?
You want to take Kincaid out?
I was going to say leave both.
Leave both? All right.
James Conner. I mean, we can maybe 50 plus rushing yards. Probably a little juice, but hey, I mean, it's a parlay, so.
I don't know. These prices look all right. Yeah, minus 150. It's 50 plus is a minus 180. You want to throw it in there?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's do it. All right. Where'd you go, James Conner? What the hell is going on?
And happy football season to our other guests.
All right, it's in there.
Yeah, we're deep in it with college football. It was a late night last night, but
my sleep schedule is all wacky.
Yeah, between that and Korean baseball, I don't really do the sleep thing anymore. So
Korean baseball.
Yeah, we can sleep. We can sleep when baseball season comes back on. All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
Let's not.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down for some Korean baseball collabs.
Yeah, Callie's a goat at that shit.
I don't know much about it, but
you ain't got to. If Callie gives you the picks, you just tail blindly. That's what I do. I just blindly tail. I don't even
follow me.
I can't
follow
even
me on
pronounce
X.
half the names.
Let's plug in one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, next game we got, guys. We got the Jaguars playing the Miami Dolphins here. So we got the Jaguars coming in, getting 3.5 points here. They're at a plus 150. You got the Miami Dolphins laying 3.5 points. The Dolphins are at a minus 180. We're at a total of 49.5 in this game. Love the Jaguars here. Love them. I'm taking the Jaguars on the money line straight up. I think the Jags had a bad season last year. Obviously, completely played themselves out of the damn playoffs, bro. They completely crumbled down the stretch. Played themselves right out of the playoffs, but they started last season very hot, right? If you guys remember, they started last season very hot. I'm expecting a good game from Trevor Lawrence today. All right, I'll say that much. Miami's offense is great, but the defense was suspect as hell last year. And in my eyes, this Miami's defense is suspect as hell this year. And I think the Jaguars exposed that Miami defense like a mofo today. Believe me, Jaguars are a live cat here. I'm not even going to call them a dog. They're a live cat. All right. So the plus money here at a plus 150 looks like a gift. I like the plus 150 for the Jags. I think they come out this game hot. I know a lot of people ain't going to like a lot of my picks today because I'm spicy, but I'm telling you, man, I like the Jaguars here at a plus 150. You could take the plus 3.5 if you want, but you got to give me the Jaguars on the money line here. They could keep the points. I also like Christian Kirk. I like Christian Kirk today for 70 plus receiving yards.
I like it.
Yeah, I worry a little bit about. I mean, I already was worried about it, but I mean, everything else going on in Miami this morning. Couple pieces of distraction going on, to say the least. And
that's crazy, bro.
It's crazy. Crazy.
But then Tyreek Hill's probably going to come out and have ball
He's going
out.
to probably have an epic game, bro.
Exactly. It's a real life ballers episode is
He's got
going on right now.
first day out by T Grizzly playing right now in the locker room. He's ready to go, man. He lives for the moment. He's like an Antonio Brown light when it comes to just making headlines.
No pancakes, just a cup of syrup.
When it comes to the Jaguars, man, it's tough, man. They're a very weird team, but they have. I mean, it's really, can Trevor Lawrence make that next step?
I think he can, bro.
He was drafted number 1 overall, and as a Clemson guy, I used to evaluate. I don't do it as much anymore because at some point I was like, is this even? What am I doing? But I used to, watch all the college, all 22 tapes and do like evaluations. And probably my coldest take of all time was having Zach Wilson ranked higher as a Clemson fan. And Trevor Lawrence was very frustrating to watch at Clemson at times.
Where do you rate DJ now?
DJU?
Yeah. DJ
Well,
who?
I will tell you this. My first college football prop that did a lot of good numbers was DJU.
What about Clemson last night?
Yeah, but
Clemson
had a walkthrough yesterday. That was a get right game.
App State, though, I'm always glad to see them lose because I went to Coastal Carolina University. If you all are familiar with that, with the Chanticleers.
Yes, I went to North Carolina.
Oh man, we're all in the Carolinas.
All right.
My biggest question.
Got anything else to this game?
My biggest question is can same thing you said. Like, can Lawrence make that next step? Obviously at Clemson he had so much talent around him. Basically, roll the ball out, see who you're going to throw it to. I mean, he was obviously insanely great there, but I mean, we've seen issues with it. We saw last year with the collapse at the end of the year. That's a big concern.
Oh yeah.
And he's got great talent. He's got the tools. He's one of those guys. I feel like I still need to see him do it before I'm ready, especially like a week 1 on the road. Miami motivated worries me a little bit. But I do think it's competitive, and I do like the Jags being over that 3.
And if I had to bet any players in this one, which maybe I'll play something last second because he's on a lot of my fantasy football teams, but I like Evan Ingram. He was a really key piece of the offense towards the back end of the season. They lost Calvin Ridley. They added Gabe Davis, Gabe Davis is a guy that will score 5 touchdowns in a game against the Chiefs in the playoffs and then just disappear.
Yeah.
And then they drafted Brian Thomas, who obviously has a lot of potential from LSU, but I think Evan Ingram it's kind of similar to Dalton Kincaid, where I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have to lean on him, to pick up the first downs. Christian Kirk, I do like a lot. He is probably it's weird. He's like the most unsexy, fantasy pick that was like a lot of people. I saw him at the top of the draft board for, a couple rounds after his ADP just because he's never been that guy that'll just pop for 30 points, He's safe. He's a safe player. And he has a lot of talent. I think he's very underrated. And
I agree.
But if I had to bet on anyone to produce in this one, it would be Evan Ingram.
Even with the money, the line hasn't moved all week. Started, opened at 3.5, still sitting at 3.5.
What I'm interested in, I want to hear y'all's opinion on this is, you got Raheem Mostert and you got Devin Achane. What is that split going to be this year? Is Achane going to get? He's a guy where he doesn't need a lot of targets to produce. He had a stretch where it felt like every time he touched the ball, he was scoring. He had 8 touchdowns.
I mean, he's a monster for sure. I think he's just going to, obviously Raheem Mostert is definitely I think he's going to have the better year this year. I told a lot of people to take him in fantasy. I think he's going to have a huge year. I really do. This guy, He's actually on screen right now for the DraftKings stats. He's the first guy that popped up. He has scored 2 touchdowns in each of his last 3 regular season games against the AFC. He has recorded 12 plus rushing attempts in his last 6 regular season games against the AFC. I mean, there's a lot going with him here. You know, I mean, I think it's Mostert all day. I'll take Mostert all day. All right, Callie, you got anything else for this game?
No, let's move on.
All right. So next game. So we're leaving props out of this one for the parlay.
Yeah, I don't got much in that one.
All right, perfect. All right. Next game we got the Texans playing the Colts. Me and Oliver talked about this game on the Weekend Warrior show. So you know, I got a pretty good opinion about this game. I mean, we got it. We got the Texans laying 3 points here on the road. You got the Colts. The Colts are at home here, getting 3 points. They are the dog here at a plus 130. Texans at a minus 155. We got a total of 49. I mean, guys, let's be real. Does this line not smell like dog doo-doo? Like, you got one of the most hyped up teams coming into this season laying a field goal. Okay, against the Colts. All right, I'm sorry. This line smells horrible. This line is telling me Colts win this game outright, people. Like, I'm not even kidding. This could be the Texans could be the most hyped up team coming into the NFL. Like,
Oh yeah.
I just don't know, man. Colts are what? So here's the thing. You ready for this? Here's another thing that really gets my gears spinning about this game. You know what the Colts are in their first game of the season? In the last 17 seasons, or no, 16 seasons, 1-14-1.
Ooh.
That's what the Colts are in their first game of the season. 1-14-1 against the spread in the last 16 seasons, and in week 1 games. And it opens up not even at a 3. It opens up at a 2. So come on, man. I mean, I know Richardson is amazing, and he could. I'm dead ass serious. He could be the best quarterback coming up in the league, man. Like, this guy, Anthony Richardson, is good.
Bold.
He is, bro. He
That's
is good. Well, you'll see. You'll see. And I'm telling you, he can make plays on his own. I mean, he's a dual threat. Tell me he's not. He's a dual
Oh,
threat.
absolutely, he's a dual threat.
Yeah, he can do it on his own, man. Look, this line screams Colts, man. I'm on the Colts here. Another play that I really like a lot is Taylor. Give me anytime touchdown,
Yep.
and I want him for the first.
I have that somewhere. Jonathan Taylor scored a touchdown in this one.
So we're going to put him in the touchdown scorer in here?
Because
I love it.
I'm staying away from the Texans receiving threats just because, man, they have a lot of weapons. They have Nico Collins. They have Stephon Diggs, who they just got. Who I'm glad I got him on a season long prop under 7.5 touchdowns, and it was moved down to like 5. So I don't know. You know, they have Tank Dell. They still have Dalton Schultz at tight end. There's a lot of mouths to feed, and I think the biggest beneficiary is CJ Stroud. But just it's interesting, how they're gonna make all that gel. And then they did upgrade running back. They got Joe Mixon now, who I think is an upgrade over who was it, Devin Singletary last year?
It was Singletary. I love the Joe Mixon addition. I do. I love it.
And I'm not the biggest Joe Mixon fan. I think he was very inefficient at times, but he's an upgrade, and I hope they get him involved in the pass game because that just is another threat. I like when it comes to the Colts, man. I'm the jury's still out on Anthony Richardson for me. He flashes. He has the potential. He has all the potential. He has all the skill
Exactly.
in the world. It's can they piece it together? Can he be healthy for the whole season? That's a concern. But if they get him, in situations where he's a threat to run the ball, he's going to get, he's going to pick up yards because he is a freak of an athlete.
Absolutely, bro.
I think we just got to see how, can he consistently move the ball passing, I think he needs to get Michael Pittman involved. And they drafted A.D. Mitchell. He fell in draft boards in the draft, but what did they get him? Maybe third round?
I'm not sure.
But he's a player I'm looking at. But when it comes to this game, Jonathan Taylor, I think the Texans will get, situations where they'll be on the goal. Sorry, Texans and the Colts will have situations where they're going to be scoring. I'm just hoping for an exciting game in this one because it has that potential.
Oh, definitely. It definitely does. Callie, you got any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I've got a teaser open with the Colts. I got them at 9.5, so it was more kind of the placement and the number. Just same thing you guys said is, can Richardson stay healthy? Can he, even if he's 75% of the potential, I mean, we know he's going to be absolutely incredible. I lean the over in this one as well. It's hard not to, no matter how these two teams want to play. The fact that both these quarterbacks can, extend the play, can break out. You look at their rushing yards alone, it just shows you that, there's potential on every play for something big with what these two can do and quite frankly want to do. I mean, they want the big play. They're both, slingers, and we've seen what the world is liking with Houston, and that's understandably. They looked great last year. They had a well ahead of schedule and another very, very promising season ahead. I like Richardson first touchdown 9.5 to 1.
I love it, dude. I
Anytime
like that one.
touchdown, I think it's 130, 140, but why not have, it seems like with the value, you want to get him going. I mean, he also likes the ball in his hands, so you get him near the goal line. Who's to say he's not going to pull it, keep it himself? So 9.5 to 1, I don't hate that. Hate that, especially at home.
Yeah, I mean, you could put in Taylor and Richardson both for a first touchdown.
Yep.
And if one hits, I mean, you profit. And I like them both a lot. I like both them looks a lot. I mean, I think Richardson is going to find the end zone no matter what. And anytime touchdown is probably beautiful in this game, in my opinion, for him. And it's priced really well. So I definitely think it's a great look. All right, let's keep it moving. So we got I don't think we're going to finish the card in time, but it's all right. We'll just keep going.
We can speed run.
All right, so we got what do we got here? What's next?
So I want to make sure I look at all my picks. I will say on Underdog, they have like a vulture protection on touchdowns.
What is that?
Essentially, they'll give you a free. Let's just say you have Jonathan Taylor, and it's just running backs, and somebody else scores a rushing or receiving touchdown first. They'll they'll vulture it to where you get a free square the next day, and I think they might if it's the one thing that didn't hit is his touchdown. I think they avoid it. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty cool. That's one thing I wish I had here in Jersey is Prize Picks and Underdog. I'll be lighting their asses up.
We all need to move to a state where everything's just wide open.
Right? Just give us everything. Jesus Christ. Legalize this shit already.
Yeah, it's so big.
I know, dude. It's bogus as hell. All right, so we got the next game on the board. We got the Minnesota Vikings playing the New York Giants. We got the Vikings coming in at a oh, by the way, there's a comment. Eddie Rossi. Welcome, bro. Appreciate you being on the show. James Felix, back. Let's go back a little. My bad, guys, about the comments. I'm working off my phone. I told y'all I'm at my sister's house. So we got Eddie Rossi. He likes Dalton Schultz for the last game for an anytime touchdown. Marcus Lane is loving the Carolina talk that we're doing today, which is funny. And then James Felix, he likes James Conner rushing and receiving 75 plus minus 110 on DraftKings. I was looking for that. So I appreciate that, James. All right. All right, next game. We got the Minnesota Vikings playing on the Giants or playing the Giants.
Well, I do want to say one thing about the Vikings real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
For those of you on Prize Picks right now, and I'm running a giveaway for my Discord. I'm not going to self-promote too much here, but
Nah, you're good, bro.
if you're on Prize Picks, you can get I'm starting to do just one goblin a week. You know, Aaron Jones, you can move his receiving yards to 0.5. That is insane to me. I have that, you know,
that's free.
in 2 legs. And for people who join our Discord, as long as Aaron Jones gets 1 receiving yard, we are giving away $100.
Bro, that's fucking awesome, bro. That is really awesome. You better go join that shit. Make sure you post the link in the comments to your Well, it's hard to do that because you'll get a lot of bots if you post it on there, but at least DM them to get the link.
Yeah, we have mods. I hope everyone's following. I want to make sure I connect with my Korean baseball expert over here after this.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely get you. All right, we got so the Giants minus 105, Vikings minus 115, total of 42.5. This game's at basically a pick 'em. We're laying 1 point here. Might as well take the money line on either side. I'm personally going with the Giants. We've seen Daniel Jones look bad in preseason. I get it. And he already takes a lot of crap. Like, he already takes a lot of shit from the media, from fans, from other players, right? Daniel Jones takes a lot of shit within the NFL. And he is one of, and honestly, someone's got to keep this boy on the hot seat. He is one of the higher paid quarterbacks in the entire league, right? So, look, I don't feel bad for the man at all. He is one of the higher paid quarterbacks in the league, and he don't produce, right? In my eyes, for being one of the higher paid quarterbacks. But I think the slander and everything is going to get much, much worse, right? Because now he's one of the higher paid quarterbacks because he signed that contract. So I think it's going to get a lot worse moving forward if he don't start showing up more, right? He's going to start getting really, really hammered if he don't start showing up.
You want a sneaky play on this one?
Go ahead.
Daniel Jones to throw an interception.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like that, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm worried for him. I really am. I do like the Giants in this spot today, but it's only because it's situational. I am worried about Daniel Jones through this season. Now, look, Sam Darnold has not shown us much at all at the NFL level. I don't care. He has not shown us much at the NFL level. Doesn't matter what team he was on. It doesn't. And I watched a lot of Sam Darnold. And I'm not loving the Vikings defensive line either. It might not, it's just not enough to threaten Jones here, I don't think. And I think he's going to look good in this first game. But I am seriously concerned about this guy moving forward. But in this game here, I do like the Giants. I also think Kayvon, how do you pronounce his name?
Kayvon Thibodeau?
Yeah, Thibodeau or whatever. I can't pronounce his last name. I can't say it. My tongue gets tied, bro. But I like him over 2.5 tackles, and I like him for a sack today.
How do you feel about the under in this one?
I like it. I like the under as well. I think the under is probably the good way to go here. I can't see the Vikings doing too much, but the Vikings defense does worry me a little bit. So I don't know, but I do like the under. Both offenses and quarterbacks seriously worry me, bro.
Yeah, the under I think is the play that I would go with in this one. I like Daniel Jones to throw a pick. I am not big on Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones. I think 2 guys who were drafted as, within the first 6 picks, and they obviously have not reached anywhere near that, within their first couple seasons. And now Daniel Jones is, man, I just knew it was a mistake when they signed that contract. I am
He
very
got
excited.
he got the fucking bag though.
I don't expect to see this game a lot on NFL Red Zone. I'll tell you that. I hope I see a little bit of it. I think Malik Neighbors is the X factor. That guy
Very true.
he could come in and replicate Odell Beckham as the LSU receiver who commands targets. I think he should eat in this one. I don't think the Vikings have particularly the best secondary in the league.
No.
But I think the under is the smart play here, and I'm sprinkling in, a Daniel Jones interception.
I love it. I love it. Callie, you got anything for this one?
No, I think about Daniel Jones and I get upset at just how
Little
terrible
upset.
he is. I can't
Think we all get a
stand
little
him
upset.
or his agent. So I got little interest in, that guy's drives me up a wall watching him on a weekly basis. So I got
Yep.
nothing. Hard
Yep.
to root for him offensively. So I would definitely stay with the under lean.
Let's go. Let's throw the under on there, huh?
You want to throw it in the parlay?
Yeah, why not? Let's have some fun.
I mean, he's offensively inept. So I got heavy questions about him and the rest of that offense.
All right, so the under's in there. We're already up to like a fucking, I don't even know what we're up to. Because I gotta take that. We can't have the same one in here. So it's either Dalton Kincaid or James Conner. Which one?
I say let's stick with James Conner. I know the odds aren't as good.
It's all right. I like it. All right, so we're at a plus
Should be a lot.
1400 already. All right. Next game we got the Tennessee Titans playing the Chicago Bears. We got the Titans at a plus 164. We got the Bears at a minus 198. We got a total of 43 locked up on both sides at a minus 110. And it looks like we're laying 4 points here with the Bears at home. I will be going with the Titans in this game, and I know this is not going to be the most popular pick, but I told you guys already that I'm not going to have a lot of popular picks today. But I truly believe the Bears have a good year, and they have talent. But laying more than a field goal with the Bears on the first game does not sit well with me. We have seen historically in the NFL that these number one overall picks come in here, and what do they do to start off? They fucking struggle, bro. Every time. They struggle every time. So look, I trust me, I don't like Levis, man. I don't. I don't like Levis. I didn't like him in friggin' Kentucky. I don't like him now. I can't act like the Titans don't have talent though. This team does have talent. They made some good moves in the offseason. And honestly, this is a coin flip game in my opinion. And we're getting more than a field goal. So I know a lot of people won't agree with me on that because yes, the Bears are going to be the better team, obviously down the stretch. But we're in week 1, people. Like we got to realize that. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and act like the Titans are not or the Bears right now are not a field goal better than the Titans because they're not. I think the Titans if they don't win this game outright, they'll definitely keep this game within a field goal. So give me the Titans plus the 4.5 in this one, and yeah, that's where I'm at here. I also like the under. I like the under in this game as well.
I do too.
Yeah, I teased the Titans up over 10 early in the week, and yeah, I mean, again, this is a play where we are in the season. Later in the year might be very, very opposite sides on this, but
Exactly.
a lot of questions, opening week, a lot of pressure. We know the stats don't lie. The NFL is a different beast altogether, and getting this many points is a lot, and I think it'll be a struggle at least early in the year. There's going to be some growing pains as there should be.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game overall.
Oh, I'm not mad at you, man. It's a very tough game. I have a couple games like that on the board as well today. So, all right. Let's see what we got next then. I'm not even using my banners, bro. I love my banners. All right, so so the next game we got, man, we got the let me see here. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Falcons. We got so we got the Steelers coming in. Same line here. They're getting wait, no, I didn't skip a game. All right, so we got the Steelers getting 4 points. We got the Falcons laying 4 points. We got a total of 43 here. We got the Steelers at plus 160. We got the Falcons at a minus 192 in this game. We got a total of 43 here. Uh, I like the Falcons here, man. I just don't know how to go about it. So hopefully you guys have a better thing for me on this. Both teams had no quarterbacks last year, but the Falcons could have had a great year if you ask me. Uh, if they had a QB because their defense was solid. Okay, I liked the Falcons defense last year. I liked their team overall last year. I really did. It was that quarterback that really ran them into the ground, bro.
Arthur
And
Smith didn't help the cause either.
well, very true. But I mean they have one of the best running backs in the league. And now you add Kirk Cousins to center. I mean, come on, man. The Steelers really had issues last season on the defensive side of things. uh Harris had a down year, and to be honest, I have no faith in Wilson at all. Like, there's so many question marks around this Steelers team. We
Russell
have
Wilson's
not
not. I
seen
don't
it.
think
We
he's
have
playing
not
today.
seen, huh?
I think they're starting Justin Fields today because I think Wilson's hurt.
No way. Really?
Don't
I
quote
don't know
me.
if that's a good thing or a bad thing, bro.
I don't either. I will
I
say
don't know if that's
this:
a good thing or a bad thing.
from the jersey I'm wearing, I'm not saying he's an elite player, but he really came down the stretch last year. I got Najee Harris. I think all of his lines are very undervalued for what he could bring. I think they're going to have to lean on him to run the ball. I had George Pickens as well to have a good game today on the Steelers side. I think Bijan, I have him as the first touchdown in this one to, really spice it up. I think I think this is going to be a very interesting game. Arthur Smith, returns to Atlanta, where he was seen as a villain last year. I mean, at least I thought he was a villain. If you had Kyle Pitts, Drake London, or Bijan Robinson on your fantasy football teams, and you were sitting there watching Cordero Patterson and Jonnu Smith eat targets away from them, it's like what, and I just couldn't. I was just so dumbfounded. You draft these three players in the top 10 picks just to not use them. I think the Falcons definitely win this one as a Steelers fan, but I will say I'm excited to see what Kirk Cousins brings. I mean, he's coming off a serious injury, so I don't think he's going to light it up like everyone. Like, some people are going to bet him heavy because just the weapons and everything, but it's going to be, I think both offenses are going to start off kind of slow because it's brand new. It's all brand new.
Yep, definitely is. There's just a lot of question marks surrounding this game. Callie, you got any answers for this game, man?
Yeah, it was easy to lay off for all the reasons you're talking about. It's you can make an argument 50 times over for both sides. So
Yeah.
gives me 50 reasons to lay it off.
Yep, I agree. It's a game I'm not going to be touching either, man. But I do think it's Falcons some way or another. I just have no idea how to take it.
And I like the Falcons for the year. I mean, I'm on
Me
that
too.
public train too. I think that they are going to be. Their season's in their own hands. They've got a great schedule. We know what they've done in the offseason. And, if they can even have a remotely decent year, they should be pretty good. But,
Yep.
it comes to the price now. And obviously every game is going to have that correlated into the spread and the number. So, if you're a fader, this would be a good year to wait. And, each line, you're probably going to gain value. This week's different because the Steelers obviously being so good, Tomlin being so good, covering the history and everything we hear. Easy layoff for me for week one, but it will be a fun game to watch just to see how these two go head to head.
Probably the craziest statistic. And I think we should sprinkle Bijan to score. Why not?
I like it. I don't think that's bad. I mean, I
But
definitely like it.
The Steelers, I don't have the exact number in front of me, but as a team that won 10 games last year, they had a negative point differential. They won almost. I think I saw that every game they won was under like 7 points.
It's crazy. Yeah, the under has hit in like the last 5 or 6 games the Steelers played in the regular season. All right, next game we got the Carolina Panthers playing the Saints. So we got the Panthers coming in as a 3.5 point underdog on the road, plus 160 on the money line. You got the Saints laying 3.5, minus 192 on the money line, and you got a total of 41.5. I am on the Panthers in this game. It has nothing to do with me being a Panthers fan. Anybody in here knows me. I am not biased at all. I tell you guys exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Look, we all know the Panthers were awful last year. All right, like that's without a doubt. We know that. It was because our damn offense was absolutely horrible, but our defense was very solid last year, and the Panthers made some big changes to that offense. Dante Johnson was huge, and I truly think Young has a much better year, and they play in one of the weaker divisions, in the AFC South. It's the one of the weaker divisions, man. Like the Saints have so many question marks, and one of the weakest run defenses in the entire fucking league, if you ask me. The Saints, like I really I don't know, man. They had one of the I look, I can't lay these points with the Saints here. I can't. Has nothing to do with me being a Panthers fan, man. And I've been trying to find a way to get myself off of them. But even here, this looks like the Saints could be a really public play today. I mean, it looks so easy to fade the Panthers here. They're on the road.
Staying away. Staying
Yeah,
away.
I mean, it is a stay away. It definitely is. But I think what really sealed the deal for me was the line here. I love Hubbard's rushing yards today and an
I
anytime
like that too.
touchdown.
I think
Yeah,
Hubbard gets involved.
yeah, he's going to get involved big time. Like I said, the Saints had one of the worst run defenses in the league last year, and they really made no changes to that defense. So I think Hubbard has a huge game here. I think the Panthers open up with a bang, and I think they surprise some people.
It's bold, but hey, you got that Panthers banner in the back of you. I know no bias. I mean, when you say Bryce Young's going to have to be, he's going to have a better year, I mean, how could he not? that's just my opinion on it. Like,
That's very true.
I mean, I really, if he does not have a bad year, then, you might as well just, this is make or break. This is year 2. You're the first overall pick, and look who was drafted right after you.
Yep.
So
big facts.
But yeah, I'm just more of sitting back and watching how that game goes.
Yep, I'm not mad at you at all. Callie.
I'll be honest, I'm busy over here baffled by the fact that 45 people did not put in their Circus Survivor entry for week 1. So $45,000 down the drain. Just like
Holy shit.
Fine with me. That's 45 people I don't have to battle against.
That's good, man. Dude, I can't wait until I can do. That's one of my dreams for being like a professional bettor.
We can syndicate it next year. I got a few other guys that want to do it with me. So
that's what I want. I want to do the team.
Year.
I either want to do the partner or the syndicate circuit. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I got a bunch of groups. I can hook you up with some syndicate people that I trust.
Dude, that should be like, if you're a handicapper, like, it's cool. Like, I won a bunch of Twitter tournaments, like, online and shit. But you want to be legit, bro? That's where you do it at. Like, that would be fucking amazing.
$10 million. It's retirement.
Yep.
Retirement time, baby. One good year. I mean, who's to say you can't go on one great run?
That's what I mean, man. I have not done it yet. I'm waiting probably another year or two, and I will be going to Vegas for it. So I can't wait. It's one of my. I talked about this a couple years ago. It's on my bucket list.
You let me know when you do. It's a puddle jump for me, so I'll meet you there.
Yeah, 100%. All right, next game we got about, damn, man, it's already 12:45. Let's run through these real quick. Guys, next show, we're going to do it earlier. Next Sunday, we're doing it earlier, and I want to. So look, we're going to run through the games real quick now. All right. So just give your pick. I don't necessarily need a reason why. Just give your pick. Let us know what you like, and then next week, if you guys want to come back, I'll have the show a lot more organized. It's week one. I'm still getting used to streaming, so
Hey,
I
bro,
have big
you're
plans for
killing it,
this
bro.
Sunday show.
Killing it. I'd
All
love to.
right,
I'd love to come back.
definitely, man. I appreciate it, bro. Next week, like all the middle here is all going to be done up. Like I got big plans for our Sunday and Saturday show. I really do.
All right,
All
I
right,
got two
so
props in this one.
the Broncos game
Oh no, sorry. I'm
or the
looking at the
Panthers
game.
game? What game you on?
I'm talking Raiders Chargers.
Oh, all right. Well, we got the
Broncos
Broncos
Seahawks. I
first.
got. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't got much going on in this game.
Uh,
I think Kenneth Walker gets in the end zone. If I had to just make one quick pick.
All right. Yeah, I don't have much for this game neither. I don't even have notes on this game. If I were to give, yeah, I don't even have notes on this game. I skipped right over it. I mean, if I were to give you guys anything in this Broncos Seahawks game, it would be the Seahawks and Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals. Because I think this game goes under. I think it really stays under. I think we see a bunch of field goals in this game, and I kind of fuck with Will Lutz. So give me Will Lutz over 1.5 field goals here, and I'll take the under 42.5. Callie, what you got? Broncos Seahawks.
First half under. Bo Nix, first game, they're going to baby it. I expect a lot of small stuff. You know how the Seahawks have been for quite a while. I expect that it's going to be a feeler for a while. So I like the first half. I like the Seahawks.
Love it. All right. Here we go. We got the Raiders and the Chargers. Raiders +3, Chargers -3. We have a total of 41, and we have +130 on the money line for the Raiders. Chargers -155. How you feeling about this one, prop?
So 2 player props that I'm on this game that I feel very good about. I like Zamir White. I think, it shows that the only running back addition they made was Alexander Madison, who was very underwhelming last year in Minnesota after, everyone saying he might be better than Dalvin Cook, because he would come in and Dalvin Cook would always get hurt and, produce. I like Zamir White. I don't know what his rushing yards is right now. I would say just 40 plus should be an easy one. And then on
Yeah,
the
I got
Chargers
you.
side,
So
I
you can get 60 plus at +105. 50 plus is at
let's do 50.
-165.
Let's stick with 50 plus right now.
You want to add it?
Let's do it. And then on the other end of it, I really like Lad McConkey. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I made a whole video yesterday, and I don't know if you were able to catch that or not.
No, I didn't say it.
I'll have to send it to you. But I like him. I think the best line I saw was 37.5 receiving yards, and Justin Herbert has to throw the ball to somebody. I'm not going to dig too deep in it because I have a full analysis on my Twitter, but that's the 2 projections I like in this game.
Love it. Callie.
Too many points. I took the Raiders in a teaser. I think the Raiders will be all right this year. Chargers have issues, to say the least, so I want to see them prove it.
Yep, they definitely got to show me. I'm on the Chargers money line here, but a game that I'm staying far away from. All right, next game we got, fellas. We got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland
Bro.
Browns. So I actually did a write-up on the article. I mean, on my website about this, theoutlet.sv.com. I did a full article on it. So I'm gonna try not to give you the same play I gave you on there, which was the Cowboys. But so we got the Cowboys getting 2.5, the Browns laying 2.5. We got the Browns at home at a -130, Cowboys +110, total of 42. I'm not betting this game, but I do like the under here as well. So give me the under 42 in this game. And I don't really even have player props in this one, man. Prop, what about you?
I don't have much player props on this one, but I will say I like the Cowboys, especially at +110. I couldn't even believe that I get it. They're on the road, but I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm not. I'm not fully convinced that he's back to his original pre-allegation form. So I think the Cowboys are the better team here. I will say, I mean, it's a very popular pick, but I think CeeDee Lamb gets in the end zone. I think that is, they just paid him a lot of money, paid Dak Prescott a lot of money. I don't see a scenario where CeeDee Lamb doesn't eat in this one.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, Callie.
Lean the Cowboys, but no play.
All right. Next game we got the Commanders and the Buccaneers. Commanders are a 4-point underdog on the road. Buccaneers are laying 4 points in this one. I mean, it's Commanders money line for me. You're going to give me that plus 160 again. I like a lot of dogs today at plus 160, y'all. I think it's the number today. So I'm expecting the Bucks to not be that great. But they ended last season looking good. But this is such a tough team to trust, man. And I'm not going to trust them here today. Give me the Commanders plus the points. I like the money line as well. Prop, what you got?
Yeah, not much. I think Baker Mayfield, I got him very, very early on passing yards. I believe it was around the 225 to 230 range. I'd have to go look. I mean, I think Baker Mayfield is very underrated. He went from overrated to underrated to overrated again to underrated again, back and forth. But I like the Bucks personally. I think the Commanders still have a lot to figure out, but I like Jaden Daniels, and I'm excited to see how he plays. And kind of the same story as Anthony Richardson is, he has that potential to be,
One
the
of the
dual threat.
best. Yeah.
And he's a better player coming out than Anthony Richardson.
I agree with that. I do. I'm just a fan. I'm a big fan of Anthony Richardson. I like the guy a lot. I'm gonna be paying really close attention. Callie.
It's interesting. I feel like there was the most differences I noticed in opinions this year on this exact team, because Mayfield is up, Mayfield is down. A lot of people think it's going to be a really rough year for Tampa, but then certain guys I do respect think that this is a great year with value for Tampa. So, and I'm torn on it. For that reason, it does make it an easy layoff for me. I will watch it because I am entertained by both these guys, but questions on both teams for me.
Yep, big questions, man, that need to be answered, and that's what week one's about, man. You guys should be paying more attention to these games than betting, but we all know how week one is. We're all going to bet. All right, last game on the night, man, is a good one to end it with. We got the LA Rams playing the Detroit Lions here. This is a good game. I think they could not have gave us a better game to end the night with than the Rams and the fucking Lions.
Oh yeah,
Excited about this game. All right, so we got the Rams 4.5 point underdog. You got the Lions laying 4.5 points here. We got the highest total on the board for good reason. It's at a 53. This is the highest total we got. I'm taking the over. I like Puka touchdown. Give me a Williams touchdown. Parlay together in this game. Uh, we have two of the best offenses in the NFC, hands down. The total shows us what we got tonight for this game. Super excited about it. This should be a prop game for sure. Prop, what you got?
man, this game I'm very, very excited for.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
gonna be awesome.
I just there's full of overs I can really name off.
No.
I like Nakua and Cup both to get at least 5 catches. I like I love Jameer. I love the Lions are like my they have a special place in my heart. This current team. I love St. Brown. I love Jameer Gibbs. I like David Montgomery a lot. I mean Stafford. I mean, there's so many things that you could really say about this one. I just hope it is as good as the game last year. And this is Matthew Stafford's return to Detroit. I can't remember if that game was in Detroit or not last year. It might have been, so it might not be as.
Oh, he's playing. He's definitely playing his old team. There's a big narrative there.
Which that last year the game very
The
high
game
scoring.
it was in Detroit, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I can't remember, dude. I can't remember the last game we talked about.
I can't remember what I had to eat yesterday. So
All right, so what do you want to add in this one? Uh, I think we should add a touchdown scorer. I think there's going to be plenty of them, and we only got one touchdown. No, we got two touchdown scores. Let's add one more.
I like St. Brown. I like or Nakua. If I had to pick two.
All right, you want to go? Because I got Puka written down as well. You want to go Puka?
Let's do Puka.
All right, that's a plus 130. So we got the teaser in. I'm about to put it, or not the teaser, the parlay. I'm about to lock it in now. It's plus 5,598. Y'all will never see me do a 6-leg teaser like this, but we're locking it in. So obviously I'm not spending my whole $10. I got a bunch of other props I want to put in and straight bet. So let's do $2 on this, right? Oh, I have a bonus available. No, it's not going on this though. All right, $2 pays $113, man. $2 pays $113, and we are locked in, people.
Awesome. About
All right.
8 minutes away from some commercial-free football, man. I'm excited.
I love it, dude. It's almost that time. Let's wrap it up. Callie. I'm sorry. What do you got in this game, bro?
I think it'll be, another exciting one. Obviously, in the Dome Sunday night, week 1, I expect a lot of points, fireworks, even with some stops. I think it's going to be hard for this one to stay under the number. So even with it going up, still think it'll be a great game. Obviously, there'll be endless motivation on both sides. I got high aspirations for the Lions this year too. So I think it'll be a very fun one. Great end to the night.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So do I. So do I. All right. So, guys, this is the end. Let's get to our best bets. I'll start us off. I am going to give you guys the Bills team total to go over. Bills team total to go over. It's starting in 6 minutes. Lock it in. That's my best bet. We've been on a tear. We've been doing really well on best bets, guys. A few days ago we weren't doing so well. We're back on track. So we're going to go with the Bills team total. I'll give you the exact number right now. Bills team total over. We're going to go over the 27.5 at a plus 110. So we need what? 4 touchdowns? Over 27.5 at a plus 110. That's where we're going. Prop. Give me your favorite bet of the day. What you got?
I think the Vikings Giants under total score.
Love it.
I have it.
Love it.
I'm betting it right now on Fliff at under 42.5 at minus 125.
All right, Callie.
Anthony Richardson, anytime touchdown.
Ooh, spicy.
I love it. Callie, we cashed you cashed your best bet last time you were on the show with us.
Yeah,
BYU, baby.
Yeah, we've hit BYU, we hit Arizona State, and we hit Oregon State for free on there, and then we hit Northern Illinois money line yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, that was fucking crazy, bro. That was fucking insane. I don't know how the fuck you called that.
And then
it was a good spot if you really looked at it, but
and then we hit a 75 and a half to 1 parlay last night, so that was tasty.
To call the outright though call the outright was nasty work.
I mean, I call the outright every week. I hate Notre Dame, so it's easy.
I love it. All right, Prop, you want to fill everyone in, man, on any services you run, where they can find you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, just, I started off and I'm still mainly on X right now. We are on Dub Club. We are on Discord as of this week. And it's not just, I have a Dub Club Discord connect where, there's 10 plus cappers in there and producing plays, and it's only $10 this month. So $10 a month, and I, with the unit size that I'm up and everyone else is up, I mean, it's one of the best values you could get for a group of 10 people. But x.com/propkitchen. Callie, I hope you're following. I would like to link up. And I just appreciate y'all having me, and I would love to do this again. I love NFL football. There's nothing like it.
I'm here every day, man. I'm here every day. I do the show 7 days a week. you are more than welcome to grab a camera anytime you want, man. So you just let me know the night before and I'll get you on the show.
Absolutely.
It's no problem at all. I would love to have you back next Sunday. The show will go a lot smoother. We'll do it a little earlier. You know, I mean, this is
I'm with
week
that.
one. This is my first NFL show. So I'm going to kind of teach myself as I go here. So it does look like we need to start a bit earlier. And I still got to figure out a really good website where I could share information with everyone on. So if any of the listeners got a good website that shows a good picture of the teams head to head with stats that I could share in the middle here, please DM me. Callie, can you tell everyone where they could find you and any offers you got going on?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, California Wager, all the other social media platforms. I'm available. Twitter's usually the best way to reach out, or anything else if you need to. But yeah, it's been a fun run. We're 16-5 in our last 21 VIP weeks, and yeah, nice big dog winner, and then that parlay winner yesterday. So
I just followed you, California Wager.
Okay, I'll call back. But yeah, it's been a really nice run through the summer. Obviously, college baseball was huge, and kind of has just fed through the summer into now what is full football season. So we're ready to rumble. I'm doing a $50 September special, but I'm actually knocking that down for anybody who does mention any of the social stuff that I'm doing. So I'm doing $40 through September, and then $150 actually through the rest of the year is a promo that I'm still running for anyone who does reach out. So happy to get anybody set up, and regardless, I do have tons of free plays. My card is on my page 100% free today for anybody, so you can jump on that and grab it free.
Awesome, dude. Fucking awesome. All right. Yeah, man. I appreciate we had over 200 people in here today, so awesome show. I appreciate everyone, especially sticking it out this long. Games are about to start.
Yeah, I gotta get my
So
setup going here.
yeah, man. I appreciate everyone who came in today, man. You guys all know where you can find me. Plug Talk. We do this 7 days a week. I appreciate all you guys listening. If you guys would like to contribute to the show, there's a QR code at the end of the show where you can tip the host and help support the show. We do it 7 days a week for y'all, and we try to do it as best as we can and give you guys the best information we can. You guys can get my card, my full NFL card today for $5. And you guys can get all NFL season long for only 200. So I appreciate everyone. Prop, absolute pleasure is always having you on.
Yes, sir.
Yep, appreciate it, man. Callie, always love having you on, man. Appreciate you showing up today. And yeah, everyone that came in the building today, man. I appreciate all you guys too. So thank you for supporting Plug Talk, man. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.